I'm happy to be seated here with Vishen Lakhani. She's the founder of Mind Valley. What is Mind Valley, first of all?
Mind Valley is the world's biggest platform for human transformation in mind, body, spirit, entrepreneurship, work performance, and relationships.
And how did you get involved in all of this?
Well, I was obsessed with personal growth since I was a kid. When I was 14, I remember discovering the books of Jose Silva, the Mexican-American pioneer in mind science training. And these books changed my life. They helped me become better at sports, better at my school, and better at, I learned to almost set goals in my head and then watch these goals manifest insanely fast. And that got me obsessed with going deeper and deeper in this study. I studied computer engineering, and after I graduated, after spending a stint in Silicon Valley, I decided to build a platform to get these ideas out to a wider audience, and thus Mind Valley was born.
You say you studied computer engineer, which I can't think of a more rational way of studying. And how do you do the transition from something so rational to something that some people would say, no, manifesting, come on, be serious?
But you see, what computer engineering teaches you is how to think computationally, how to integrate ideas, how to look at patterns. And so let's talk about something like manifesting. It is a series of principles, patterns. Some can be correlated with various scientific studies. Some there's no explanation, but we can observe effects. And when you stack it all together and you put it in a framework, which I have done, it becomes teachable. You can teach someone how to accelerate the ideas in their head into reality. And this has huge opportunity in sports training, in performance training, in business. And so, yes, it is actually perfect that I studied computer engineering, because I can take philosophy and wisdom and break it down into structured rules. That's what I do.
Right. And what I hear that you want Mind Valley. I mean, we live in troubled times. And I hear that you want Mind Valley to be a tool to help in those troubled times. And I find that fascinating. Can you?
I would actually disagree.
Oh, okay.
Firstly, we do not live in troubled times. We live in the greatest era of peace and prosperity in human history thus far. We perceive it to be troubled because we are so spoiled by all the goodness around us. When something goes bad, we exaggerate that badness. But if you look at all the data, all the statistics, we're living longer, we're more peaceful, everything is improving at a remarkable rate. So it is not a troubled time. I'll give you an example. If you ask the average person, 40% of the world was in poverty in 2000. What is that percentage now? What would you say?
I would say less.
How much less, if you had to guess?
Let me make a guess. 25?
It's 9%.
Wow.
91% of the world has gone beyond poverty. And the rate this is happening is accelerating. India pulled 100 million people out of poverty between 2015 and 2019. 100 million people, right? But you don't read about this in the news. You read about dumb politicians. Yes. You read about warmongers like Putin. And we say that the world is troubled. But no, it's not. It's not. This is the most glorious time to be alive.
And hearing you say this makes me think about AI.
Right.
Mind Valley runs a lot with AI. And some people I find are scared about AI, but you have found a way of using AI for something which I consider positive. Can you tell us how, I mean, do you ever get afraid about what AI could do?
No, because and I'm completely not afraid of where AI is going. Firstly, the people who are afraid of AI are afraid for one of two reasons. One is they're afraid that AI, which is right now still in its infancy, is going to become so intelligent that the singularity happens. And the singularity is when AI becomes more intelligent than all the collective brains of humanity. And when this happens, AI could be good, it could be evil. I don't think it's going to be evil. I honestly don't think so. But I'm not afraid of that, because if you look at what's happening in the news right now, for example, Elon Musk's Neuralink, right? They successfully trained a person, they just announced it this week, to be able to control a mouse just with their thoughts. AI is going to be integrated in our brains. Brain-AI interfaces are going to be emerging at a very, very rapid pace. And soon, AI will be connected to our brain. Imagine having the internet in your brain, being able to pull down any knowledge, any idea you want instantly. When this happens, human and AI are going to merge. What's going to happen is we're going to become a super intelligent species, and all our brains are going to be connected. Now, does this seem scary? Yes. Just like the way we're connected on Instagram now would seem scary to someone living 30 years ago because they don't understand it. But is Instagram scary to us? No. We've adapted to it. It's part of our life. The same is going to happen when we reach singularity. Now, the other reason people are afraid of AI is that AI is going to take their jobs. This is true. If you aren't studying AI, you're going to be replaced by someone who has studied AI. And here we're talking about studying AI applied to work. So that is going to happen. So no matter what fear you have, the fear is legitimate, but there are things you can do about it. Study AI so you don't get replaced in your job, and be aware of what's happening, and ensure that governments, politicians, companies are using AI in responsible ways. So when the singularity does come, it's coming in a way that's helpful for humanity.
Now, I find Mindvalley a very useful tool, and I feel like if you use it correctly, you are going to have an advantage over people that don't use it.
Right.
But it has so many material in it.
Right.
What is the most valuable for you?
So you see, Mindvalley has the same problem as Netflix. There's so much choice. What do you start with, right?
Yes.
With Mindvalley, it really depends on individual preferences. Depending on what you're going through in life, there's a program, we call our programs Quest, because they're 20 minutes a day, and you go through it 20 minutes a day for 7, 14, 21, 28 days, right? For example, Jim Quick, who's over there, we did a study of people who did his program. He has a 21-day speed reading program in Mindvalley. After the first 7 days, people double their reading speed. By day 21, your reading speed has gone up 270%. So 20 minutes a day for 21 days, and you're reading almost 3 times faster and understanding. Think about what that's going to do in your life. In your work, in your life, you're going to be able to absorb more information. And so the benefits that it has to you is huge. It's exponential. But people have to commit to that 20 minutes for 21 days. That's where it gets hard.
I like to ask people that, like you, Vishen, if you can give us one tip to be happy.
Stop trying to be happy. Focus on personal growth. Don't chase happiness, chase evolution. Block out 20 minutes a day. Read, watch educational content, be on Mindvalley, whatever you choose. Listen to podcasts, but choose the right content that teaches you mastery of yourself. Personal growth is the most important education in the world today.
Now we have our bodies to take care also.
Right.
How or what tip would you give people that watch this video to be fit?
So again, fit is a really broad word, right? There are many different ways, but the number one way that'll probably have the biggest impact on your overall body is the food that you eat. Eating healthy, lots of meat, lots of veggies. Those two things, increasing the intake of that is going to have a profound impact on your life, and cutting back on processed food and junk food. We have an obesity epidemic globally, and it's particularly hitting Mexico hard. But Mexico is also putting in a lot of really good laws to bring down companies which are overexposing fake foods to people. So Mexico is on the right track, but we have to educate people to really understand that food and what you eat is 85% of your body shape.